Okay, so Jason, so what is your name and how do you know Katie-Rose or Will?
Well, my name is Jason, Jason Lucier, and I know Katie-Rose through Michelle. Michelle and I were pretty much best friends from junior high all the way through high school.
Those
yeah,
long
that's
years?
true. Anyway, and so I knew Katie-Rose that way. I haven't even met Will yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh.
No, I mean, I just got here like about 2
Oh,
minutes ago.
and I dragged you up here. Okay. Okay, and so what are some early memories you have of Katie-Rose?
Let's see. Well, I guess most of the early memories are associated with being in this house. I'd come up and hang out with Michelle and Kaya and whatnot, and oftentimes we would do some random craft or whatever. I remember Katie-Rose being involved with that, and I remember hanging out in that one bedroom down the hall where the computer was, and Katie-Rose would come in, and I just remember her being at the piano and being like a professional concert pianist at the age of like 8, and I had like 6 or 7 years of piano myself, and I was just sitting there thinking, wow.
And you were actually my only friend who would go out of my way to say, like, you'd ask Rosie, like, how her day was. And you'd always say, like, so, Rosie, how's your day? And then she'd tell you all these embarrassing things about me.
Yeah, that's my favorite memory of all. I can't think of a specific. But yeah, I remember Rosie telling me embarrassing things about Michelle. Thanks, Rosie.
Oh, man. Okay, and what would be your advice for a newly married couple about how to have a successful relationship?
Well, having never been married myself, this advice may be, taken as you wish. But one thing I would say, I will say that I have been in a relationship before, and it failed. So that might not be good advice. But one thing I would say is for open communication. Of course, I can think that that's one thing in my relationship that sort of died off, and I think that was how it ended. I think everyone will probably tell you that. And then I guess the only other thing I would say is that whenever you're together, especially if you're in eastern Arkansas, in the Mississippi alluvial valley of eastern Arkansas, make sure you have hip waders. You don't want thigh waders. You want chest waders, You don't want hip waders. Chest waders, because the water is very, very deep.
Well, that's a really great bit of advice for wow, Jason, that's really going to help them in their marriage. And how would you calculate the number of bird species in the area while you're with your chest waders?
Well, it depends. You want to take into account bird detectability, because it depends on the time of year, the weather, and the time of day, and also the species as to how detectable the bird might be. So you want to record distance data based on that, and then I could go into the calculations a little bit.
Jason's a nerd.
A bird nerd.
A bird nerd. Oh, great. Well, thank you, Jason.
Thank you.